You're listening to Short Inspirations from Ralph. 10 Things Your Child Should Catch You Doing. Part 5. They should catch you being great forgivers, both granting forgiveness and seeking forgiveness. Colossians 3:13 and 14 says this in the Message: Be even-tempered, content with second place, quick to forgive an offence. Forgive as quickly and completely as the Master forgave you. And regardless of what else you put on, wear love. It's your basic, all-purpose garment. Never be without it. Children will know when you've had a spat with your spouse, but they also know when you've reconciled, especially when you say that beautiful little precious word, sorry, to each other. It's a massive example to your children as to how to reconcile. You also need to easily forgive your child. And sometimes when there's no real system of discipline, parents can fall into the trap of using emotional leverage to try and get a child to do what they want. There's another word or phrase for this. It's called a guilt trip. And when that keeps happening, it can be quite damaging. If you have to correct or discipline a child, deal with it then and forgive them and put the thing in the past. Also, be willing to say that you were wrong to your child if you mucked up in something you did with them or to them. I remember being far too hasty with disciplining one of my boys one time because I mistook what he was doing. He was actually doing something to please me. I had to take him aside and humbly apologize. So children learn to apologize and forgive by the way we do it. And there's another layer to this. If we forgive easily, it's much easier for children to accept the fact that God forgives them. They form their beliefs about God through our actions. They need to know a loving Heavenly Father who will forgive the greatest of sins, and this is modelled to them in the home. The 9th thing out of the 10. A child should catch you wasting time with them. I remember a pastor friend of mine preached one time a sermon, and the title was Wasting Time is Good for Relationships. What that means in the family is that a child loves you spending time with them as though there are no deadlines for you to meet. And I really do believe that a parent can hone this skill of portraying timelessness when there really is, from a parent's perspective, lots of deadlines to meet, lots of things to do, meals to cook, shopping to do, papers to mark, business to attend to. And along with this comes the art or skill of listening to a child, actually sitting down as though there's no tomorrow and letting the child talk. It's wonderful. Over this series I've given you lots of examples from our own family. Now, I'm not saying that we did everything perfectly well. We didn't. But these are some of the lessons that we'd learned. And when our children were very young, I used to love getting out there with the cricket bat. I think I've mentioned this. And just going out to play with them, reading stories, looking at their little drawings I've done. Have a listen to a former series that I've done, podcast series, 4-part. It's entitled What's the Hurry? Have a listen to those 4 episodes. There's a great illustration of this with a current ad that comes on TV where parents rush their kids through stuff and hardly read a story or brush their hair because they're waiting for takeaways to come. I'll leave you with this thought. Children don't understand motivation, but they do understand outcomes. What do I mean by that? Well, our motivation may be good. We may be people who need to work hard and not spend time with the kids because we want to earn more or because there's certain things we want to do. And one day in the future we'll spend more time with the kids. They don't understand motivation, but they do understand how much time you sit down and spend with them. That's what's right in front of them. God bless you today.